Hello, my name is Hassan Sorrells, and this is the Leadership Lessons from the Great Books podcast shorts. There's no co-host on these shorts episodes. These are now around 2 to 4 minute, sometimes as long as 6 to 10 minute observations, ideas, thoughts, or rants about the literature, philosophy, psychology, and even the theology of leadership. Because listening to me talk about leadership for now around 2 to 4 minutes is still better than reading and trying to understand yet another business book. Even that business book your coworker won't stop raving about because it quote-unquote changed their life, but you can't see any difference in their leadership behavior. So how good could that author be? Normally, we don't comment on current events on this podcast, but when history lands on you, you really have no choice. At a campaign rally in Pennsylvania on July 13th, 2024, at around 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, a controversial candidate for a major political party running for president in the United States of America was nearly struck down by an assassin's bullet. He randomly moved his head to look at a chart, felt the bullet go by his head, and ducked wisely for cover. Benjamin Franklin, the wise old man of the founding generation of the United States of America, infamously said this about the signing of the Declaration of Independence, and I quote, "We will all hang together, or we will all surely hang separately." After Saturday evening's momentous events in Pennsylvania, which my wife called to my attention as I was working to pull up an old carpet in a newly acquired home, I want to remind all my friends, my political friends, on the right, on the left, and in the political center, that while candidates running for president in the United States of America have always had to be willing to die to campaign for the job, well, I would like to remind them that if we as a people collectively give in to the evil, polarized passions of our fallen nature, particularly at this time in the Republic, we will all indeed hang. Separately or together, but we will hang nonetheless. Remember, in these troubled times, the old wisdom. The American Republic is still, when it's all said and done, the last best hope for humanity. In the mighty name of Jesus, let us all rise higher for the sake of the preservation of the Republic itself. And well, that's it for me. Thank you for listening to the Leadership Lessons from the Great Books podcast today. And now that you've made it this far, you should subscribe to the audio version of this show on all the major podcast players, including Apple iTunes, Spotify, YouTube Music, and everywhere else where podcasts are available. There's also a video version of our podcast on our YouTube channel. Like and subscribe to the video version of this podcast on the Leadership Toolbox channel on YouTube. Just search for Leadership Toolbox and hit the subscribe button there on YouTube. And while you're doing that, leave a 5-star review if you like what we're doing here on Apple, Spotify, and YouTube. Just go below the player and hit 5 stars. We need those reviews to grow, and it's the easiest way to help grow this show. And tell all your friends, of course, in leadership. By the way, if you don't like what we're doing here, well, you can always listen to another leadership show. There are several other good ones out there. At least that's what I've heard. All right. Well, that's it for me.